Hey.
Greetings, humans.
Greetings. We're going to talk about all the dirty stuff going on here today.
A lot of dirty stuff. Yeah,
It's
that's
freaking filthy.
That's Lesley's lead-in, the best that she can come up with on short notice for this week's restaurant report card.
I could come up with a better one, but
yeah,
dirty's always good.
we've
Not
got
really, though, at a restaurant.
Our restaurant report this week actually covers more than just restaurants. We've got restaurants, school cafeterias, daycares for those of you with little children in daycare.
Not good for that to be dirty
Schools, and even a hotel. So we'll take you through. Let's start. You want to start with the best or the worst? I think best, and then we'll get to worst. What do you think? We had one restaurant in particular. Some of you may have heard had a little bit of a roach infestation. Although I don't know there's any such thing as a little.
You don't really want to start with the best. You just went to the worst.
Well, we're going to get there. That's called a tease. That's a.
You know how I feel about teases.
Okay, so Lesley doesn't want to do it. So first we want to talk about the ones that got perfect 100s.
Okay.
So these are places.
All right.
That means they were pretty clean. They didn't have any problems when the health inspector showed up to invest.
Okay.
So we'll start with Joe Muggs on Highway 153, 100.
Good job.
Good job, Joe. The Frozen House T&T Cafe on Dodson Avenue, 100. Jack's Sugar Shack on Fraser Avenue, got a 100.
What is that?
Tzatziki's, I don't know. I want to go now. Some of these places, I'm like, wow, they sound clean. Hopefully the food is good too.
Yeah, we're eating a lot today.
Yeah.
Where's my Diet Coke?
Tzatziki's on Gun Barrel Road got a perfect 100. Carnitas Crimalita on Amnicola Highway. Never been there, but it sounds delightful. They got a 100.
Why haven't we heard of any of these places?
I don't know. It's like this brigade of perfectly clean restaurants across Chattanooga. Nature's Table on Customer Delight Drive.
That sounds like somewhere I would like.
They got a 100
and
as well.
Customer Delight Drive.
What a place.
Where is that?
I know. Where is this utopia of customer delights?
These are fictional.
No, this is true. And then Brewster's, that's another real place, on Jenkins Road, also got a 100. So, and then it kind of goes down from there. We got a lot of 90s. We got some 90s.
Bonefish Grill. I do like that. I'm from Florida. I think it started there.
Yeah,
I like them.
Let's see if there's any that people will have heard of on here. Zarzar's Cafe on Rossville, a fixture of Chattanooga dining for
Then I'll actually
people.
eat a hamburger.
They got a 99.
Okay. Good job.
Good job, Zarzar's.
Merv's, another good hamburger place.
That's right. We have a lot of fast food doing very well. It's interesting. Fast food places usually get high scores.
Well, it's because there's management and a machine going on. You know,
Crust Pizza. A lot of people like Crust Pizza on Signal Mountain. They got a 95.
Perfect.
The Chattanooga Broad Street Grill got a 92. The Moon Pie General Store, also on Broad Street, got a 90. So we're starting to go down now, you can tell. Mimo's, which I love to go into Mimo's. It's right over here on MLK. They are famous for their chopped wieners. They got an 86. That's a real thing. That's what they sell. That's on the menu.
I know it's real.
They chop them up, put beans in there, and you have your choice of either adding mustard or hot sauce or both. It's very yummy.
Both.
Then we get into the problem children, and there's 3 in particular that did poorly. Anything below a 70 is failing. And so let's start with the one that got a 70, Taqueria Antique Guatemala on 2005
You're
East
really
Main Street.
liking to put the accent on things.
I'm trying to be multicultural today. The reasons for that 70, again, 1 point away from failing, include not having the proper bleach for the sink, a soiled sanitizing compartment, raw food stored over cooked food. So you can imagine you don't want anything from the raw food dripping onto your food that you're going to serve to customers.
Stop. We just ate lunch at the inside. It was good.
Yes, they're not on here this week.
No.
The food stored on the floor. Don't store your food on the floor. Food stored under the hand sink. Gross. The compartment sink soiled, not being cleaned daily.
I hate the word soiled.
Soiled.
So gross.
Soiled. They were soiled. So one more point, and they would have got the thumbs down, but they did make it. They squeaked through. The English Rose, which is a tea room.
Oh my gosh, this is really bad. I've taken my kids
My wife also did her pre-wedding tea there. She took all her ladies out for tea there at the English Rose, but no longer.
That's not good.
They had knife handles laid on the prep cutting board. I don't really have a problem with that. I don't know what that means. Debris build up on the floor, so sweep the floor. Cracks and holes along the baseboards. It's an old building.
It's an old place.
It's an old building. Food sitting on top of cold holding counters, and an employee was observed garnishing soup with bare hands.
Oh.
I do. That's how I garnish soup. I don't know. I guess you gotta have gloves on though. That's the rule. Follow the rules. And then the dates on several items were not properly. So those are sort of minor. So then we get to Big River Grill. Now they got a 77, which is better than those other 2 we just mentioned. It's a higher score.
We don't understand.
But listen to what they had. We're going to start with the little one. Soiled rag left on cutting board. Okay, that's not a big deal. Box of gloves on the prep area. Okay. Floor contains debris and walking along prep line. Again, not an enormous concern.
Oh.
Then we get to roach activity present. Infestation of roaches
The roach
in dry
thing,
storage.
the
Now,
roach thing
when you
really,
hear a
really
word
bothers me.
infestation, that doesn't mean I saw a roach. That means
Infestation. That's as bad as soiled.
We should look that up, see what that word really means. But it seems like that would mean a lot of roaches.
That's like
And then they have a line
a
here.
noun that
This
makes
is the
it
one
really
that really
bad.
concerns me. It just says lack of sanitation. Just a lack of sanitation. So that's so
Yeah.
a lot of people, and that's the one that you guys have been reading about. You've been looking at the roach infestation, and that's actually our top story right now. That's a very
It's pretty disgusting.
Big River Grill, owned by Kraftwerks, of course, which is headquartered here, and that's a well-known restaurant. So for it to have those types of problems, I think people are really shocked by that.
Somebody wants a pic.
They want pics of the roaches. Pics or it didn't happen. I don't know. We don't have the photos, but I can look. I can ask the health inspector, and we'll get to your questions in a second. Keep asking them. Leave them in the comments. They also, again, the health inspector also talks about hotels. They did one hotel this time around, the Stadium Inn on West 21st Street. Got an 88. So, and then they do schools. The best rated school was East Lake Academy. It got a 99. For cleanliness on East 34th Street. And then Normal Park Upper School was the lowest with a 86 on West Mississippi Avenue. Which is interesting because that school has received a lot of accolades for being this wonderful bastion of learning in an otherwise somewhat desultory school system. And
what is the adjective you used for that?
it's sort of a down. It's sad.
Okay.
But
I thought you said sultry.
desultory.
Oh,
I
I
think
was
I pronounced that.
like,
Did I
what?
pronounce that correctly? Okay.
Okay.
Judges said okay.
It's like I didn't really think it was sultry. Okay. Yeah.
I would never.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, Normal Park 86 didn't do so well. Daycare's Best Beginnings got a 100. Pro Ray Bana Nursery on Dodds Avenue got a 90. And then school cafeterias on the whole were pretty good. Thrasher Elementary got a 100. Normal Park Upper got a 97, which is still better than Big River. I hate to say it. So let's get to your questions.
All right. Ellis is really running the show today.
What questions do you have, or comments or concerns?
Well, I'm concerned that we should go somewhere sanitary for our weekly meeting. That
Okay. Do you
We
want
need
to talk
to
about the
have.
sanitation of your desk area here?
Sure. I think it's sanitary. It's just messy.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of this might not be. There's a lot of.
Let's open that
there's
up
a
and see
lot
what's
of
in there.
Coffee cups over here.
Were those all properly rinsed out?
I don't know. Oh, this is
Let's
bad.
show the camera
oh
what's
my
in
god,
there.
This is. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so
Don't put it
bad.
near me.
This is awful.
What's in there?
Oh, I don't.
Oh! Wow, let's get a close-up of that. This
That
is
is
Lesley.
so
We're
gross.
talking about sanitation, of course, at our various restaurants. And
I don't know how long it's been
Here we
sitting.
go.
I don't even know if that was ever
Okay.
mine. That is so gross.
and you can see
Stop.
when I wiggle it a little bit, see how
We're
that,
talking about sanitation. This was on my desk.
yeah. So you
Look, I'm disgusting.
yeah, you can see
I'm
that
so
she hasn't
gross.
exactly followed the rules that she's expecting other people to follow. Hypocrite.
I would never be like that, right? I'm
Okay.
like, no, you can't do it, but it's fine if I do.
Oh, okay.
Right. But I really just expected him to clean it out for me.
Yeah, I'll have my
He's
people get on that.
never poured me a cup of coffee. So it's your
Never.
fault.
Let me
You did buy my lunch today, though. Thanks.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
No, I know.
All right, let me see if I can find our actual comments here.
Oh, that's good. That would be good.
Come on, Facebook.
That was really gross. She
Yeah.
came-
What else have you got?
Horrible. I have these shirts.
Are those,
that didn't.
have those been washed since the last time you wore them?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so a couple of your comments. We'll start with Min Long. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You said you spent years in Asia. You see rats as big as small kids running by. Is that a real comment? What do you mean a small kid? Okay.
Like my son.
Okay.
Like your daughter.
Right. She's pretty big. She's a butterball.
She's so cute.
And
Come
then-
see me, Virginia, please.
Janice Johnson says also Boston, New York City rats are huge and everywhere. So we've gone from cockroaches to rats.
Scary.
Yeah,
Do you have like a really gross restaurant experience?
I've actually
Anything
seen,
scary?
if you go down in the subway in New York, you do see like big rats the size of like small cats running around, and they just live under there. I don't know how they do it. It never gets cold. It's always hot down there for some reason.
That is so gross.
Kimberly McFarland, your name sounds familiar. You say Tampa Burger King had rats as big as squirrels.
That's horrible.
Send pictures. And
Everyone wants to see the pictures.
Philip Cooper says, wasn't another one by the aquarium several months ago infested also by cockroaches or rats? I wonder which one he's talking about. I'm probably cockroaches. I don't remember. We do these every week.
No,
so.
there was something really bad. I recall
Yeah.
something very bad going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll look into that. That's a good question, Phil.
It's making me scared to go out to eat.
And Martha Jolly says, I wish health inspectors cared about the dining room and the bathrooms. I agree on the bathrooms. A bathroom is usually an indicator. If it's clean, that means they care about the place. If it's dirty, you really shouldn't eat there.
Yeah, that's another place that should definitely be sanitary.
I have seen cobwebs in the dining rooms. A fish place on Highway 58 has a bathroom faucet handle that came off in my hand yesterday. So yeah, that's not good.
People have been putting things on my desk. These are not mine.
Your Swiss Miss, let's zoom in on that. What is that? Oh, that's for your hot chocolate needs?
It's dusty too. I would fail. It's
And
dusty.
Phil Cooper was clarifying. He was talking about roaches, and Phil
Okay.
Phil will look into that and try to figure that out. I'm sorry, I don't have a good answer. We do these every week, so sometimes they all run together.
Yeah.
But often I will say, so Big River, whatever. But they will clean it up.
That's
I
the good
guarantee
news
you.
when this happens.
Yeah, when they don't enjoy having this type of publicity, and
No.
if it's not cleaned up already, I'll be shocked. And what usually happens actually is they'll clean it up,
Yeah.
and then we'll get another report next week that it was corrected to like a 99 or something, because they'll have the health inspector come back. So normally, when you find big problems like this, somebody up the corporate chain flips out, fires a bunch of people, brings somebody over from another restaurant that's doing better to kind of
Yeah.
get things whipped back into shape. So I wouldn't think that. I mean, it's possible, but I wouldn't think a place like Big River would just be okay with having roaches running around for the foreseeable future. My guess is that those will be
disgusting.
cleaned up and cleared out, and that they'll have because again we see these every week, and usually when something is really bad, they'll do a correction. Somebody says Buffalo Wild Wings had them near the bridge. Had them as well.
Really?
I didn't
I don't
know
recall
that,
that
but,
one.
But I'll take your word for it.
So, you've worked in restaurants, right?
Yes,
You've had like
I was a busboy.
every random job. Yeah.
I got paid under the table, cash.
Should be arrested.
That's right.
So do you remember any really gross restaurant experiences in work or as a customer?
I worked at a place. It was a wonderful place. I guess I shouldn't name it since I've just admitted that there was illegal activity going on there. But it was great. It was in Augusta, Georgia, and I was a busboy.
Fabulous.
It was fabulous. They had a wonderful tuna carpaccio. Go try it.
Oh, I would like that.
Yeah, it was very good. If you're not allergic to soy, they put soy sauce on there. But I would bust the tables and everything, and I don't know. I mean, we just cleaned the place up. That was part of the job. You put the dishes in the Hobart. If you've ever worked in a restaurant, the Hobart is like a giant commercial washing machine that has these big sliding doors, like a garage door, and you got a big squirter.
You put them all
Yeah,
down.
and you put them all, and then the thing just goes boom, boom. It makes a sound like a diesel engine, and then your dishes come out clean. It's magical.
How did you do it?
Wum, 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 wum. I don't know. It's a thrumming sound. And
Okay.
but no, part of my job was you sweep up the floor and you clean all the messes, and if you don't, you get fired. So to me, when I see these things, usually to me it means the manager was like, not paying attention or something,
Pieced
because
out.
it's the manager's job at a restaurant
To make sure everyone's
to make
doing
sure
their
people are
job.
doing their job, because people will slack off if you
Right.
don't
That's
in a restaurant. So that typically
I did something really bad when I worked in a restaurant.
I don't want to, if it was anything from your body went into any sort of food, I don't want to know.
Oh, please. Yes, you do. No, I did not do that. Anyway, no, I was working somewhere, and when people were not cool to the staff may mention that to the guys in the kitchen.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of was happening, which
Yeah.
you can see explicitly shown in the movie Waiting with Ryan Reynolds. Very funny movie
Oh.
if you haven't seen it. But they go into great detail in their version of what the staff might do to
Yeah,
someone.
you don't want to be not cool to your server.
Yeah,
It's not a good idea.
I never did such a thing. I was nice to all customers, regardless of
You
whether.
weren't a server.
That's true, but I was still nice.
Okay.
Anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, we know it's hard. Food service is really difficult. Lesley and I both worked in it, so we're not trying to dump on people for having little mistakes. But let's be honest, a roach infestation, you got to get that fixed.
No, that's not okay.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
All right.
Yep. All right. So where are we going? Where are we going?
I'm not ever
Where are we
going out to eat again. Going home,
You
where
owe
I
me-
will garnish my salad with bare hands at
You
home.
owe me our weekly drink.
Well, we should have a rendezvous with some of our favorite commenters.
Okay.
I don't know. I got to finish this day first,
Okay.
and then we will.
We'll think about that.
Yeah, think about that.
Think about going somewhere sanitary.
Well, I gotta go. I got another thing I gotta do. But I gotta get some
What?
stock photos. I have to get some stock photos put together for the website. So that unfortunately requires my attention. So I will run.
All right. TGIF.
Happy
Good
weekend.
luck out there. Good luck.